I'd like to read a letter from a young person who was one of those who was imprisoned in Barwon. I know I've stuffed up. I've done things I'm not proud of, and so I've spent time locked up. I don't know why it was me that got sent to Barwon. It is an adult prison. For me, Barwon was the worst place I have ever seen. There was no hope for the future. It was just surviving each day.
It was critical that we took action here. We spoke with the Victorian Aboriginal Legal Service. We're particularly concerned about Aboriginal children. Children as young as 15 being transferred from an age-appropriate youth justice facility to extremely harsh, oppressive conditions, unsafe for children in a maximum security adult jail. We had seen governments do this in Western Australia, transferring kids to an adult jail. We'd seen it with the horrors of Dondale, with the Northern Territory government transferring children to an adult jail. Legal challenges against those actions failed. In Victoria, they succeeded, and they succeeded because of the Charter of Human Rights.
A litigation guardian is someone who is appointed by the court to represent people who cannot represent themselves. When I was asked to be a litigation guardian for young people who'd been put in an adult prison, that was a new situation for me, but I know the importance of helping young people make mistakes and then get over them and learn from them and start again. I mean, that's part of growing up.
The Charter of Human Rights was absolutely critical in providing power for people to take action to protect their human rights. And the evidence we were seeing and hearing was of really inhumane conditions, completely inappropriate for children. Children being in solitary confinement 23 hours a day, handcuffed when they were leaving their cells. There were allegations of assaults from guards. At least one child was hospitalised. Capsicum spray was used in a closed environment there. Children who were supposed to be accessing rehabilitation service and education in particular were not receiving those proper services. And so the Charter of Human Rights guarantees the right to humane treatment when someone's detained, when they're locked up, and it guarantees the protection of the best interests of children. And so based on those two human rights and based on other legal arguments, we worked with the Victorian Aboriginal Legal Service and other partners and pro bono lawyers to bring cases in the Supreme Court challenging the government's actions.
When I heard that the case had been won, I was delighted. Each one of these cases that we win means that a more decent society is possible.
Charters of human rights, what they do is they embed shared values of equality, freedom, respect, dignity and compassion at the heart of government decision making. So they have to think human rights before they act. That's where charters play their critical role. They prevent human rights abuses from happening in the first place, and if governments still do violate human rights, they give people the power to take action to protect their human rights.